Thanks for having us.
Hey, Matt, thanks for doing the show.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
You all right?
Yeah, no, this is good. You're like in my head now. No, seriously.
Yeah.
It's exciting though. Dirty Work is our bass player's favorite movie.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You know, you really
We're
should
big
rent
fans.
The Sting. No, that dude, listen, I'll tell Norm, because Norm loves hearing stuff like that. I appreciate that. So where are you guys from?
I'm from here, but then I'm from New Hampshire. Everywhere. We're all from everywhere. I mean,
From
it's
the
like-
road?
Yeah, I mean, these three people over here are from Florida. He's from upstate.
Okay.
I'm from New Hampshire, lived here, moved to Florida.
Okay, now when you guys all got together in Florida, though? Is
Yeah.
that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a unique sounding music. It's kind of music they say you can't put in a box.
Well, that's nice of you to say.
Yeah, what would you call it? Could you call it anything? I mean, it's very unique sound.
Isn't it rock and roll music?
There you
It's
go.
rock and
Well,
roll
listen, if you
music.
want to call it rock and roll, I'm for that, man. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
catchy.
yeah.
Catchy.
That's for sure. All of it. You
You sound like an agent.
Yeah. What
Guys,
trying to
it's
sell
very
us.
catchy.
This is your
You guys
first-
are going far. This is catchy. I see you doing
Really
this at bar
is.
mitzvahs. I see you doing this.
It's.
I would love to play a bar mitzvah.
I'm
never done it.
wondering where did the PA go? And this is your first solo album.
Well,
It's not-
contextualize
it just,
it.
it just was, you know, I started playing music in Philly, and I love Philly, but just I don't live in Philly. And
Well,
so,
contextualize
Well, you
what you're
played
talking about.
for the Eagles for one season, didn't you?
Two
Two,
seasons.
yeah. Yeah, I did.
Well, in a way, the first album was called Matt Bond PA.
A lot of them were called Matt Pompier, and
Right.
then we just got rid of that. It just seemed like, I mean, and honestly, these people, I wouldn't be able to do anything without other people
Right.
involved. I'm like terrible with the guitar and myself.
Do you write all the lyrics?
Yeah, I mean, I read a lot of the stuff, but it's just a person in their guitar is like that's like a disease, I think. You know,
Really?
just by themselves, yeah. I don't like it very much.
Well, now, our
Need to
first
round it out.
Yeah.
our
tell you-
first guest tonight, Mike Lawrence. I assume Mike has a lavalier on it. Mike, how'd you get into these guys? You saw him back in '07. You're hardcore, man.
Yeah, I've been listening since 2003. It's Several Arrows Later is the only album I've ever bought twice. I bought it for a friend, and I bought it myself. And
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Cheap bastard. No, that's amazing. He was working at McDonald's when he bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, your album was 5 days of work, so.
That is, well, listen, that is something else. Yeah.
What's cool is you bought 2 of the 20 albums that we sold. So thank you.
Well, that's so that's kind of nice to hear a guy like who was into you back then.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
amazing.
You've had a lot of success, commercially with the commercial, the Starbucks commercial,
Yeah.
and then the,
What is the Starbucks
movie
commercial?
soundtrack.
It's like every Christmas, everyone writes me text messages about how much they hate hearing our song.
So it's a
everywhere.
Christmas Starbucks campaign?
It wasn't. We didn't write it. I wrote it because it was the middle of summer, and it's like you want to write.
Oh,
you miss
okay.
that like campfire. Feeling
Yeah.
of, I don't know. Can I swear?
No.
Really?
I would love to let you, but you can't. No.
You can. Okay.
Why? You just mad? Are you
I'm not-
mad?
no.
Do you feel you sold out?
No.
Yeah, don't feel that, dude. Come on. I mean, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Make some money.
What about the
I
movie
love
thing?
money.
What about the movie thing? How'd that work?
Which movie?
That you're on the soundtrack for.
That was just a friend, and he's a great director, and that was a lot of fun. And I mean, doing that stuff is probably the most fun you can have because you get outside of your head and you just write to someone else's.
What movie? What director?
It was just a small movie called Lebanon, PA.
Okay.
And, Samantha Mathis was in it.
Right.
from-
Okay, I've heard of Lebanon P. I've heard of that
Yeah.
film. What's the name of the director? He's your friend?
What is his name?
Ben Hickernell.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. So you had fun. That was
Too
a
much
fun.
pressure.
That was a fun experience.
Oh, it
Though.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, because now how does that process work? He sends you the script, or does he just tell you what he's looking for, or what the character's about, or?
He just showed us what he. The funny thing was, is he scored it to our own music first, so we had to beat our own songs in order to beat the.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but it's just a lot of fun. You sit around in a cabin. You just Chris and I just played to the movie, and it was
Right.
It was a lot of fun.
Now the Starbucks thing probably pays you a lot of cash. The movie
I get
thing.
some cash.
Now, where does a musician nowadays still make most of their money? Is it touring?
It's syncs, and syncs are going down even more and more.
So what syncs mean?
Synchronize. They're getting your song in a movie or in a commercial.
Oh, no
or anything.
kidding. That's still where you make most money.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
people want to pay less and less to go to see shows. People want to pay less and less, or don't want to pay anything
Right.
for albums.
There's that song that's on the BlackBerry. That group has that song on the BlackBerry thing now. I was on the Jimmy Fallon show, and I forget the name of the band, but a younger band, like about your guys' age, and they played a song on Jimmy Fallon's show. They were the band that night that I was the guest, and I hear the song on a BlackBerry commercial like 2 days later.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh my God, like that for BlackBerry, that's like my God. And Starbucks, that's jackpot, right?
You know, little tiny jackpots. You know,
Do you write the music too?
I write a lot of it. Chris and I have been doing this a lot, so he writes a lot of the music. These people are new. I'd like to see what music they can write. What can you guys do
Yeah, guys.
Right now?
right now? Do
Let's get with it,
Yeah,
guys.
seriously. Show me something. No, you're not playing. You're just pantomiming.
Oh my God.
And you're hitting a cymbal. That's not music. Drums aren't music.
This is horrendous. It's funny you say that. I just watched it. I brought this up a couple of times on the last couple of shows. I just watched a documentary about Ginger Baker, the drummer for Cream and Blind Faith. And he's talking about how he's broke from Cream because the drums are part of the arrangement, and arrangement does not get royalties.
Yeah, you don't.
Really?
It's the people who get royalties. See, I learned a little bit about the music business. The one who writes the lyrics gets half, and then the rhythm or the melody. The one who writes the melody to those lyrics, usually the guitar or something or piano, they get the other half. Drums are part of the arrangement, and they get nada, nothing.
That's just because. Well, I'm
It's a
not
tough
gonna,
gig.
It's
But drums shape a song.
drums are everything. The problem is
So drums had a bad lawyer is what the problem is. In the beginning, drums had a bad lawyer.
drummers are tough people.
You're
This,
right.
finding him was like a godsend because I mean they're hard people.
Well, Ginger Baker, man, if you watch the one about him, oh my God.
Is he a hard person?
Oh, hard person. You got to say, you make Keith Moon look like an accountant. Yeah, I mean, but interesting. You know.
So how long have you been playing with this group? I mean, it's very recent.
Just about a year almost.
Okay.
They're nice people. They're not backstabbers. I mean,
That's good.
I think it's great how everyone kind of has a voice, you know, and it really, it's not singular in their participation.
cool.
You know,
That's
you're
what it's
singing,
supposed to be.
you're playing, everyone's kind of more involved than you normally see in a band that's been together for a short time. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
I like them.
And they like Dirty Work, so I like them.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Well, so how do we see it? What's the main thing you want to plug? A gig coming up? Twitter, Facebook? What do you want?
Jeez, our new album, The Lives Inside the Lines.
Yes, Lives Inside the Line.
The name of that, I mean, it's very artistic. I mean, it's like if you're taking it from an English major standpoint, which is very nerdy. I've been called a nerd already tonight by Mike, but you're going with the internal rhyme, you know, the assonance, and I see that in a lot of your stuff, in the lyrics. I mean, is that something that you really focus on, the art of the lyric itself?
You want something to be good, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a forgotten art. I mean, people are just spewing.
I don't know. There's some people
Crap
that
out there
there's
quite
a
a
lot
bit.
of I mean, there's so much music out there, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that really. I mean, we saw a show the other night. Father John Misty, this guy, and he writes lyrics that I wish I could steal.
Right.
And amazing, but I did want to talk to you about the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, I heard you had a story about that.
Can
So
I-
you
can I
used to
say
like
I'm
the
sure,
Raiders?
yeah.
All right. So when I was a kid, I was a Washington Redskins fan. Have you heard of this team?
Yeah.
So
Kind of.
have you heard of the Super Bowl 18?
Yeah. Of
course.
So that was the last time I ever.
Marcus Allen.
What's that?
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen,
Yeah.
Jim Plunkett,
Right.
Yeah.
who Haynes and Hayes, and it probably was the first time my life was ruined. I mean, it's been ruined a bunch of times since then. But so
Really?
yeah,
That was
no,
a brutal beating.
it was a brutal beating. It was the only thing I had between me and my dad, who was, and so there was nothing left.
So it ruined your life.
It ruined my life.
I was brutally beaten in the Super Bowl twice. If it makes you,
But
feel
that doesn't affect his
better.
life.
I know, but it
That
affected.
doesn't
Did the
affect his life.
Redskins do anything? Have anything to do with it?
No, the Redskins.
But the
did.
Redskins have won, what, 4 now? Super
I think
Bowls,
they
3?
have 3
I
or
thought
4.
they won.
3 at least, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
But
so
one
you,
was
you
the
came
scab
back.
season.
You came, yeah, but you came back. The Redskins did fine.
Yeah, well,
know,
now you got
I could-
RG3.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah,
but it's
he's
hard to sing the
outstanding.
song. I mean, I still sing the song, but just to myself.
I do remember, though, watching Inside the NFL back then, Super Bowl 18, when that show was huge. That Super Bowl was supposed to be the best game ever played. The Raiders, Redskins. You know, you had Joe Theismann.
Yep.
You had Plunkett. You had Marcus Allen. You had that great line, offensive line.
Hogs.
The Hogs for the Redskins.
Art Monk.
And 2 great.
Daryl Green.
Art Monk, that's
Yep.
right. And 2 great coaches.
I
And-
actually like the
and-
kicker, Mark Mosley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
no,
was really
exactly.
prolific,
And you had Lester
yeah.
Hayes, who was a great story in and of itself. Haynes. Oh, is that the music? I thought it was exactly.
Wow.
Lester Hayes. The Raiders. I'll give you ready? I'll
Wait,
give
is
you
this a Raiders
Redskins.
song?
No, I'll
No,
give
it's
you
a Redskins song.
Oh wait,
You ready? Are you ready? Here's how much
Do you
I
have
was-
John Facenda,
Here,
Raiders?
I'll give it to you. Here's how much I love the NFL. Here's the autumn wind by Facenda. You ready? The autumn wind was a pirate, bustling in from sea. With a rollicking song, he tramples along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a crooked sash, with a silver cap upon his head and a blistering black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold, and the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you around and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
That's right.
Like, as a Redskin fan, you don't want to hear it.
No, I don't hear that at all.
No,
It's
but the
like,
Redskins. Now the Redskins, you get Ripien. You had Doug Williams came back. A lot of great wins.
Yeah, and then Gus Farad, who, what did he do? He hit he like
Yeah.
knocked himself out.
Yeah, he
There's
was
a
a
lot of-
stopgap
yeah.
in a lot of ways.
But I still love Riggins. I still love
Yeah.
hearing
He's the
stories
best.
about him. Yeah.
Riggins is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious guy. New York,
New
guy
Yorker
too,
who used to
yeah.
walk around Hell's Kitchen all the time in an army jacket and a mohawk to this day, just walking around.
Really?
Yeah, Mark Riggins. All right, so John Riggins.
Yeah.
So on Twitter we find you at Matt Pond.
PA. Yeah.
And when's your next gig?
We're playing tomorrow in Philly.
Philly.
At Exponential Fest. And then we have a couple shows, and then we have a tour in the fall, and just a bunch of crazy stuff. And
That's great.
Yeah.
Matt Pond. Again, the album is called The Lives Inside the Lines in Your Hand. The songs you heard tonight were Let Me Live and I'd Love to Get Used. Thanks, guys. Much luck. Thanks for liking Dirty Work.